doesn't like free records? I like free records. Kick it! Hey, thanks for clicking on this video, subscribe and all that stuff. Stay tuned to the end of this video to find out how you can win a free record. Before I start, obviously with this week, gotta give a 21 drum salute to Taylor Hawkins. What a loss, what a loss. I saw the Foo Fighters just once, and that band, even if you're not the biggest fan, which I'm not, love Nirvana, sort of just like Foo Fighters, but they put on a hell of a show, and they were there to rock and roll. And for the last 5 years or more, they've been holding the torch for rock and roll, because there's not a lot of rock bands that are in the limelight and all that. So thanks, Dave Grohl and band. I hope you guys get through this horrible loss and keep on rocking one way or another. Now, before I start slagging all the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which I love to do at times, I will say thank you. These are some bands that I'm glad are in the Hall of Fame. Kiss, Rush, The Pretenders, Cheap Trick. Thank you for not always having your heads up your butts and getting some excellent bands in. Thank you. So we're going to do the top 5 bands that are not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Let's go. Band number 1. Oh, just a little band that has gold and platinum records. I think over 75 million records sold. Oh, just a little band that's not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Just a little band named after a city called Boston. What the hell? Tom Scholz, Brad Delp. Brad Delp's singing is amazing. Tell me who can get that high range. Only if you guys can. And I was just watching just last night. YouTube is always great for old concerts and stuff. And watching Brian's Funhouse. I was watching this concert, I think from 1978 Giant Stadium or 79. Oh, it's great. Great stuff. So, Boston, why aren't you in it? Now, classic rock, I think, is the main focus of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Blues, early rock, classic rock. I think that should be, I don't know, the main focus. And call me wacky, but that's probably the main clientele that they get there, are fans of that. So, for sure, Boston. I mean, they have 6 records proper, but for the first 3 alone, I mean, for one of the strongest debuts in all history, crying out loud, More Than a Feeling, Peace of Mind. Side 1 ends with Foreplay into Long Time. These are just side 1, and even side 2, a lot of songs, but side 1 alone is responsible for lots of airplay on classic rock radio. It is the year 2022 right now. This thing was put out in 1976. 2022, you are still going to hear a full side of this record all the time on classic rock radio. How influential can you get? I mean, there are some bands in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame that, let's say, The Band, Jeff Beck, Jackson Browne, the Doobie Brothers, Sly and the Family Stones. You're going to hear them on classic rock radio, but you're going to hear a crap ton of Boston. So they have stand the test of time, and then some. Their second album, Don't Look Back, is also, I mean, give me a break. And then, actually, I really love the third one, Third Stage. Amanda, Beretti, Cool the Engines, Cool the Engine. I can't sing like Brad Delp. If I could sing like Brad Delp, I'd be rich. But for crying out loud, for the first 3 records alone, Boston, you deserve to be in. Band number 2, Devo. Hold on. Devo! I mean, come on! They're on the list again this year. I just looked. Out of 17 bands for the stupid fan vote, doesn't mean anything. They're 9th place. You know, they're probably not going to get much higher than that. But come on, Devo. They were one of the first bands that integrated video. Their first home video release thing came out, I think, in 81. There's a look at all their earlier stuff already. That's way before Thriller and all that stuff. So this is a band that's already using long-term video to promote the band. The first record, Are We Not Men? Give me a break. This is classic. This is classic stuff. Their second record, which a lot of people don't know about, unfortunately. The Devo corporate anthem. Are you kidding me? Pink Pussycat, Secret Agent Man, Smart Patrol, Mr. DNA. Of course, the third one, which everyone knows about. Whip It, Freedom of Choice, Girl You Want. Oh my God, come on. Gates of Steel. Probably one of the best songs ever. You got gold, you got platinum, you got influential of bands into rock, alternative, indie, industrial, dance, pop, all kinds of artists in those genres will say Devo is one of the freaking best. Put them in rock. I don't care how many fan votes they get. put them in. Now it's weird, the Smiths aren't in yet. Jane's Addiction isn't in yet. There's a lot of these alternative, kind of indie alternative college rock giants that aren't in. Now this band, along with kind of Faith No More and Jane's Addiction, started pulling people away from the same old format of like kind of the glam metal, hair metal, whatever you want to call it, you know, Crew and Rat. All those bands were doing great for their time, and then sort of the late 80s, they started to get, I'd say, a little bit of boring and a little too pretentious. It's kind of predictable. We needed a kick in the butt from rock and roll, and a lot of people will say, well, Smells Like Teen Spirit. No, before that, like I said, Jane's Addiction, Faith No More, and this band were showing us heavy metal people that there's a little bit more out there. You can still be really heavy, and you can still kind of explore more sounds and all that without singing the same old about girls and having fun on the weekend. And the band I'm talking about is Soundgarden. Chris Cornell was blessed with one of the best voices ever in the history of rock and roll and heavy metal. It'll be almost 5 years since he's passed. It's crazy. So that's one of the, and of course, Badmotorfinger. I don't have Loud Love. I love Loud Love. But Rusty Cage outshined. Jesus Christ Pose, when they play that live. I saw them. I'll show a picture of, I got like row 2. It's like standing room only place. And the power of that song. Great song. And of course, this record too. Come on. Soundgarden. You had your platinum records. You have your popularity. You have being, one of the kings of the Seattle grunge scene and all that. Chris Cornell, amazing voice. The other 3 guys, amazing musicians. Come on. It is way past time. You already got Pearl Jam in there. And Soundgarden should have been way before Pearl Jam, but whatever. Third band you gotta get in there. Soundgarden. You want to talk about popularity, world, global dominance of the band, over 100 million records sold is unbelievable. 17 studio records. These guys can't be stopped. They're one of the few, I challenge you this, because a lot of your classic rock bands, even some of your Hall of Fame bands, not to dog them, but they're playing state fairs. They're playing, carnivals, or they have to group up with like 3 or 4 other groups, kind of draw a crowd. This band could play alone, still filling up stadiums worldwide, and yet ignored by the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Idiots. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about Iron Maiden. Oh, just this little band called Iron Maiden. Jeez Louise, come on. These 2 records alone, a lot better than what a lot of other bands that are already in there put out. Just saying. Get Iron Maiden in there. And they could still kick butt. So you can have them play their performance. Soundgarden, the idiots who waited too long. Iron Maiden, still got enough of the guys, man. They'll put on a hell of a show on your little rock hall stage. So speaking about bands with 17 albums, my 5th and final band that should be into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, a little band from the Chicago area called STYX. Of course, Paradise Theater, perfect little record. The pop, theater, rock, a little bit of hard rock in there. Come on. Oh, Cornerstone. Are you crazy? Like I said, 17 records, platinum records, gold records, Pieces of 8. Great White Hope. What a Blue Collar Man was the big one off of here. Come on, are you kidding me? Why aren't they in there? One of the best rock records, progressive rock, opera rock, pop rock, whatever you want to call it, just rock and roll through and through. You put it on side 1, song 1, it ends side 2, last song. You don't want to skip anything. Grand Illusion. What is the keyboard sound on this? Just the songs. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? The Grand Illusion, Fooling Yourself, Superstars. Oh, and it ends with Come Sail Away on side 1. Probably the Midwestern United States version of, Stairway to Heaven practically. Side 2, Miss America, Man in the Wilderness, Castle Walls, the grand finale. They tie it all back in. Very theatrical, great band. They might be kind of a Rush, some of the elitists at the Rock Hall think, they're a little too cheesy. Screw you guys, man. STYX needs to get in there. Now, speaking about STYX, how do I win the free record, Brian? Their 16th record, The Mission. This is a good record. Now, of course, no D-Young on it, but you got Tommy Shaw singing like crazy. They have the Great sound here, so you will hear some good Styx on this record. I'm going to give you this for free. What do I have to do? Now, sorry for international viewers. Sorry to my international viewers. I'm going to try to send or have a contest rather, for a free CD, and I'll send that anywhere around the world. I just don't feel like sending an LP anywhere around the world. So to enter, you have to be from the United States. Sorry, Canada and Mexico, but got to be from the United States. And you tell me 5 bands that should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame that aren't. Now, I'll leave this up for 2 weeks, and I don't have a lot of subscribers, I don't get a lot of views, so you're going to have a hell of a chance to win this fine record here from me for free. So, put 5 bands that you think should be in the Rock Hall. In 2 weeks, I'm going to put everyone's comments who did that, the few who did, put it in a little hat, pull it out, and I'll send you a message to your YouTube and ask you for your address, and I'll send you this free record from Styx. Hey, it's my way of saying thanks for watching.